School is due in court this hour. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. 14-year-old Colt Gray.
He is facing 4 charges of felony murder for killing those 4 individuals with an AR-style weapon that law enforcement said his father gave him as a Christmas gift.
Fox's Dana Marie McNichol in Winder, Georgia, says the father, Colin Gray, is facing
the most severe charges ever filed over an alleged shooter: involuntary manslaughter, second-degree murder, and cruelty to children. The 14-year-old was on the FBI's radar last year after tips came in about alleged plans for a school shooting. Local police visited their home and questioned the father and son.
And during that meeting last year, the son denied making threats, and the father told Jackson County deputies
he knows the seriousness of weapons and what they can do and how to use them and not use them.
Hunter Biden faces a second sentencing after the president's son pleaded guilty to tax evasion in federal court in Los Angeles right before jury selection started. His attorney, Abby Lowell, says Hunter Biden decided to change his plea to guilty on all 9 charges to
protect those he loves from unnecessary hurt and cruel humiliation.
Hunter Biden was already convicted on felony gun charges. Former President Trump will be in court in 2 hours in New York, appealing the civil judgment against him, ordering him to pay author E. Jean Carroll for defaming her in denying her claims that Trump sexually assaulted her decades ago. Now, also in New York today, the judge in the Trump criminal case the former president was convicted in will rule on an attempt to delay sentencing. In 4 hours, the former president will hold a news conference the day after saying,
"My plan will rapidly defeat inflation, quickly bring down prices, and reignite explosive economic growth."
But Vice President Harris continues to out-fundraise him big time. She and Democrats raked in $361 million, more than double Trump August fundraising. America's listening to Fox News.
You might wonder, John Legend, how do you keep your voice sounding so legendary? Honey. And how do I keep my protection against COVID-19 up to date? With a COVID shot this season, designed for recent variants.
You can get your COVID-19 shot when getting your flu shot if you're due for both, as recommended by the CDC.
The fresher, the better.
Ask your healthcare provider about getting this season's COVID-19 shot when getting your flu shot.
Sponsored by Pfizer. Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm. Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare information guide absolutely free. Call 800-919-3200. 800-919-3200. 800-919-3200.
Well, the election is still 2 months away, but today, North Carolina, a battleground state that could be a big factor in who wins the White House, plans to be the first state to mail out ballots to kick off early voting. But there's a snag. A judge who denied Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s attempt to be removed from the ballot delayed the mailing of all the ballots till afternoon today. Kennedy ended his independent bid and has endorsed former President Trump. President Biden went to another battleground state, Wisconsin.
For nearly 4 years that we've been president and vice president, with one of the most extraordinary periods of progress in American history.
He'll go to Michigan today, touting his record, and Vice President Harris. Later this hour, we'll get a big report on the economy ahead of an expected interest rate cut this month. And Fox Business Network Cheryl Casoni tells us
this could be, and I think it is going to be, the biggest jobs report of the year that we're going to follow. That is because the Fed meets in 2 weeks, and everything about the Fed's decision really is going to hinge on this report. So economists are predicting 160,000 jobs were added in the month of August, and the unemployment rate expected to drop to 4.2%.
Now, last month of July, jobs report was worse than expected. That triggered a stock market sell-off. For now, futures are down more than 100 points for the Dow. The NFL season kicked off last night. Kansas City beat Baltimore in a thriller that came down to the last play in the last second.
27-20. The Chiefs win on opening night by a toe.
On NBC, the Ravens didn't like it, but had to toe the line of the officials who ruled Isaiah Likely's apparent 10-yard touchdown catch with no time on the clock was not a legal catch because the toe of Likely's shoe touched the back of the end zone and rendered him out of bounds.
That's Fox's Jared Bax. Tonight, a rare Friday NFL game in Brazil, Philadelphia versus Green Bay. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. One person displaced from their Mattoon apartment had followed a fire yesterday morning at 21st Street and Champaign Avenue when smoke and flames were seen coming from a first-floor apartment. Smoke found on all 3 floors of the building. Several tenants were helped out of that building. American Red Cross was called to help the tenants. Champaign Police earning the highest accreditation from the Illinois Law Enforcement Accreditation Program. It reflects the program's highest level of professionalism. It's based on evidence that CPD policies and practices meet 181 professional standards. The department's accreditation is the culmination of months of work by the administration. Fire departments from central Illinois have been dispatched to downtown Lincoln. They helped battle a fire there yesterday. Departments were arriving on scene, including ones from McLean, Macon, and Menard counties, along with every fire department in Logan County. Fire also was burning close to the town's train tracks and Amtrak station. It's under investigation. You're locally up to date from the Stevie Jay Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Joe
Well,
Miller.
good morning, Friday. It is September 6th. It is the day before, sellout at Memorial Stadium. It's, I went back and listened to your forecast from yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like,
Yeah.
okay, gonna have a rain after midnight. Okay, so ding, check that box.
Yep.
I mean, it's just, I don't know what it rained, but it got the pavement's wet, and I'm going, the guy's right again.
Yep.
He's right again.
And cooler tomorrow
And
when
it's
we go to the orange.
Say again?
Yeah, not raining not too far south of us here this morning.
Okay.
Short-lived, but it's there.
Well, this brings the cool stuff, right? The cooler weather. Is that right?
Oh, yeah. But just a few days, because I'm hearing that some producers are getting a little anxious about the cool spells. We need some heat units, growing ingredient units, get things to maturity here, and we will do that. No problem here. Just hang in there. We'll get the warm-up going next week and beyond, and all will be well. So keep the faith.
Well, gonna get a harvest going here pretty soon.
That's right.
Yeah, that too.
Corn's good and tall, and we're blessed in Champaign County, particularly. Central Illinois has just got great land.
And the soil's awesome.
Prices aren't great, so there's that.
No.
Yeah.
Big crops on all end, and except for Ohio and some areas with dryness and drought there, going to be a big bumper crop this year on both ends, I think.
Weather brought to you by Carl.
Carl reminds you they're always looking to increase the team in case you have an opportunity to serve others and you care about their health. Visit carl.org/careers.
All right, Mr. Solier, what you seeing for the weekend?
Weekend, a little change, at least from the thinking that we put forth since early this week, with comfortably cool weather. A little hint of early autumn. Yeah, I think we can kick that phrase around for the weekend, and probably the highlight of the weekend, obviously. Well, first of all, we'll get Friday night football in on the high school slate this evening, with the temperatures probably falling back into the mid to upper 60s, and then tomorrow with daytime readings, it'll be below 70, so 62, 63, 6 in the evening, light winds, skies clear, and as good as it gets for a packed house out there at Memorial Stadium for football tomorrow evening. So that's out of the way, and we do have a little rain in spots over areas just to the south and west of Philo. Actually, might even be raining as close in as maybe about Willard and Savoy right now on the radar. Tolono from Philo here to Villa Grove, and southeast from there to parts of maybe a little west of about Crispin, and a little south of Danville as well. All that sliding to the east and southeast. Up the door this morning, 66 as mentioned over at Willard and Savoy. The dew point's still up, but markedly cooler, drier air is lingering upstream, and you'll feel it as the day wears on, along with an increasing west-northwesterly wind. Those showers move out here with a partly sunny sky. 76 the expected high, just a smidge below average. We'll bottom out tonight at 49. Tomorrow, cool for the season, mostly sunny, 67. Again, low 60s at kickoff with a light north wind. Overnight lows tomorrow night, cool at 43, probably a few upper 40s in some of the, make that upper 30s in some of the low cold spots over towards the Wabash, for example. Then Sunday, sunshine, cool 71. Here comes the warm up next week. No rain, 80 Monday, 83 Tuesday, mid and upper 80s. That's midsummer like around here next Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Soldier.
All right, off and running, ESPN 93.5. So the father of the killer, the 14-year-old shooter in Florida, was arrested last night, charged with all kinds of second-degree manslaughter, cruelty to children. I mean, he's in deep trouble.
I see.
And the reason I bring that up, the mother is a mess. She's a drug addict. She's in jail. I mean, you just, what was the movie called? The Breakfast Club?
Right.
Kid said you need a license to fish, but you don't need anything to be a parent. Anyway, so what do we do with all the shooters? Do you go back and arrest all the parents?
I mean, they're looking at that.
Because is it not the parents' responsibility? The police made a visit, and that was released overnight. The police made a visit to the house. The mom's already gone. The dad's there saying, yeah, we just celebrated. He shot his first deer, had blood on his face. That's what the tradition is.
Okay.
And it was wonderful, but boy, I'm really mad if he did anything you're saying, like make threats or anything like that. And we have guns, but there's no bullets. They're accessible. But then that was in May of 23. Then by Christmas of 23, the dad bought the son an AR, and he had to buy the bullets because you can't buy them as a kid. So he had to supply him with what was necessary, and obviously dysfunctional situation, but. What it is a precedent of now you're putting it on the parents. And I guess that's fine. If you're 14 and you have access and you go shoot up a school, I guess you arrest the parents now. And is that wrong?
Right.
And just what do you do? They went to their house. The FBI's got him on the radar, but not enough to do anything. And then he kills people. How would you stop that? How would you possibly stop that without grabbing people that shouldn't be grabbed and letting those that should be grabbed? You can't tell.
Right.
You have no idea what's working in the mind. Apparently, he was a big fan of the Parkland shooting. So he got into all that and was, a fan, or is that the right word?
I mean, it stands short for fanatic, but still, that has a positive lean. Almost psychotic. I don't know.
14. Wow. It's just, yeah. And of course, politically, people want to get rid of all the guns. That's not going to happen. So, yeah, I guess if you start arresting the parents, it's still a dysfunctional family. Will they even care or think anything will happen, or their kid's not going to do that? Will they even take heed and say, I'm never giving them a gun right now until we figure out what's going on with the gaming and all the things they're doing?
Right.
But certainly, if you have, we have no idea the number of mental dysfunction in families, particularly after COVID, but it's higher than you think.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you mix guns into mental instability, it's probably got a higher incidence of problems.
Mm-hmm.
And certainly, and then you hear these kids hear of other shootings, they hear of other shootings. Columbine kind of started this whole thing.
Yeah.
But I just I'm not sure how to stop this, and I don't think anybody is. So,
54-year-old father of the Appalachia High School shooting suspect has been arrested in connection with the shooting that left 4 people dead.
Well, I think this will catch the attention of a lot of parents. If you're going to be responsible and held accountable and arrested, there's a high likelihood things will get a little tighter at home with the guns. So maybe that's the point. And also trying to get people responsible. Obviously, a 14-year-old can't buy an AR and can't buy the ammunition for it. So, all right, that's the kickoff subject here this morning. You're welcome to text in 217-359-2255 on the Fisher National Bank text line. Yeah, it's just so disturbing, but yet, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how you fix it.
I mean, being part of, different groups or churches and doing activities, how do we pull teens out of this?
Well, how do you even touch the teen? They're isolated.
Right.
They're in their room, the door's shut.
And so much screen time.
Well, they've got all kinds of access to every...
And, I had that too a little bit. Teenagers oftentimes isolate themselves just to get away from the family madness or whatever. I don't know.
You just have to try and, make eye contact 24/7.
Yeah.
If you're in their eyes and you're looking and you're with them and you're sitting with them and you're just there, I don't know what else to do. But you've got to be there all the time, and you got to go to everything they do, and you just got to surround them with you.
Mm-hmm.
And then at least you kind of are going to have more of a sense of what's going on versus they're quiet, I'm happy. No, you just, I don't know. Pray and get in their eyes, and so you have eye contact and know exactly what they're thinking, feeling, when they're not right, all that. It's a very complex stuff. Check your sports headlines, 7:15.
All right, we've got our Redbird recap spotlighting the series that's starting up against the Seattle Mariners.
The Cardinals are coming off a solid 4-2 road trip where they take 2 of 3 from the Yankees and the first-place Brewers. In the Milwaukee series, each of the Cardinals' victories came in extra innings. After an off day yesterday, the club is back at tonight, opening up a 3-game weekend series against the Mariners. This begins a stretch where the Cardinals will play 13 of their next 16 games at home. With an Atlanta loss yesterday, the Cardinals find themselves 5 games back of the Braves and the Mets for the final wildcard spot in the National League, also needing to jump over the Cubs. In the series opener tonight, the Cardinals will send Eric Fedde to the mound. Overall, he's 8-8 with a 3.43 ERA, but that ERA jumps to 4.64 in his 6 starts since becoming a Cardinal. Fedde does have a 3.71 ERA over his last 3 starts. He has a record of 0-3 with an ERA of 3.38 in 4 appearances against the Mariners in his career. Seattle will throw Bryce Miller, who's 10-8 with a 3.30 ERA. First pitch tonight is at 7:15. Our coverage begins at 6:20. For the St. Louis Cardinals Radio Network, I'm Matt Pauley.
The Cardinals Hall of Fame and Museum is the official home of Cardinals history. For those who want to be a part of one of the sport's greatest collections in the world, museum membership is the way to go. Cardinals Museum membership provides unlimited admission for 1 year, exclusive Hall of Fame bobbleheads, discounts, ticket offers, and more, in addition to supporting exhibit design and artifact restoration. There are a variety of membership levels, including our ultimate level of membership. For more info and to join, go to cardinals.com/membership.
New York Yankees starting up a series at Wrigley against the Cubs with a 120 start. Jordan Wicks on the mound for the Cubbies.
That sold out like twice. And the Yankees come to town. That's a rare deal.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. That's unusual.
Okay.
I don't know, it's been years since the Yankees been to Wrigley Field. So it just doesn't happen because they're American League and they play once every now and then.
Okay.
1 year they'll play out there, and then next 3 years. It's just a unique opportunity, and I'd like to go to StubHub and see what a box seat costs for the
I was just thinking,
Cubs
I
and
wonder
Yankees.
if I could go to that game.
Well, get your wallet out.
I mean, I know people.
There you go.
We have Boston and the Chicago White Sox with that series starting at 6:10. NFL football, I guess, was there a callback because there was a toe on the line?
It was a remarkable game. I fell asleep. It was really, really a heck of a way to start off the NFL.
Yeah.
But the touchdown was scored. John Harbaugh was putting 2 fingers in the air to win it with 3 seconds in the game. They did the replay, and I'm not talking about a toe on the line. I'm talking about the black edge of the tip of his shoe barely touched the white, but it was enough to say no touchdown.
Oh,
that would have tied it,
wow.
and they would have either won or lost with a 2-pointer because John Harbaugh didn't want to go to overtime in Kansas City with a raucous crowd. He wanted to win it.
Right.
But, you had Lamar Jackson was wonderful. Patrick Mahomes was wonderful.
Yeah.
It was an outstanding football game with 2 postseason teams that met in the AFC Championship last year in Baltimore that Kansas City won. And Lamar Jackson is 1-5 against Patrick Mahomes, but so is everybody else. Mahomes is just Mahomes. I mean, why can't Kansas City win their 3rd straight Super Bowl? I don't know. I think they will. I know it's hard, but they're just always so good. They got 2 wide receivers, new guys that are faster than they've had.
Man, Green Bay and Philadelphia tonight.
Yeah.
Bears and Tennessee on Q96 Sunday at noon.
That's right. Let's check weather brought to you by the Urbana Park District.
And they've got their 20th annual Meadowbrook Park Jazz Walk tonight, 5:30 to 7:30. Enjoy.
Hello again, everyone. Let's check weather for East Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana and vicinity. And that cold front, as expected, making its way across the area. A couple of spotty showers on the radar this morning. And that is it for organized rainfall over the next probably 10 days to 2 weeks. And folks, a little concerned on the ag side about the cool spells we've been experiencing. No need to fret. Still lots of mid and late summertime heat coming our way beginning early next week. Breezy cooler, though, for the day-to-day, becoming partly sunny. Again, a couple of isolated showers around this morning into the early afternoon. 76 the high. And a gusty west-northwesterly wind as the day wears on. For tonight, much cooler, less humid, clearing on early with a low down to 49. Light north wind through the night. For the day tomorrow, cool for the season. Sunshine, 67 will kick things off. Memorial Stadium, 6 p.m. at 63. Clear skies and light wind there with overnight readings into the lower 40s. Sunny, cool, 71 on Sunday. Here comes the warm-up next week. 80 Monday, 83 on Tuesday, 86 Wednesday, upper 80s next Thursday and Friday. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
You've set your financial goals. One kid plans to go Big Ten, the other Ivy. Your bucket list includes seaside sunrises and sunsets on the slopes. or perhaps a second home away from it all? Busey Bank can help develop the right investment strategy to take charge of the years ahead. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini. Member FDIC.
I'm Elizabeth McDonald, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Wall Street will be reacting today to the August employment report. Investors are also watching the global economy. The Eurozone's summer report found weak economic growth. Broadcom reported strong demand for its artificial intelligence chips, and its earnings topped estimates. But expectations on Wall Street are even higher, so a partially disappointing outlook for the current quarter is dragging down the stock. Broadcom shares are down more than 8%. Broadcom is also dragging down NVIDIA. Shares are 1% lower. Apple's iPhone event is Monday. The company will reveal the latest smartphone features, including new colors and updated cameras. Barron says investors will be more interested in Apple's AI plans. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Posola, invested in you.
It's time to take the quiz.
5 questions, 5 minutes a day, 5 days a week.
History, pop culture, science, sports, civics. How much do you know? Let's find out.
Who was the first person to walk on the moon?
Jackson or something?
Neil Armstrong.
Take the quiz every weekday at thequiz.fox and then listen to the quiz podcast to find out how you did.
Play, share, and of course listen to the quiz right now at thequiz.fox.
Solar companies are on the rise, here today and gone tomorrow. Rector Solar and Roofing family roots back 4 generations, living and working in Central Illinois, with the goal to take the confusion out of replacing a roof or adding solar panels to your home or business. With all the incentives and rebates now available, solar is more affordable than ever. Let a knowledgeable representative take the worry and guesswork out of solar and get a free quote. Discover the Rector Factor for Solar. Call 217-281-7000 or visit rectorsolar.com.
Hey, could you tell me what aisle your car batteries are in?
Sure, I'll go grab one for you. Here's your battery. It might be expired, but oh well. Also, the brand isn't that great, but it should work for at least a year or two, maybe. Anyways, I went ahead and charged you for it, and here's the battery. Okay, have a great day.
What just happened?
Sometimes good things are hard to find, but they're worth the wait. Make the trip out to Interstate All Battery Center at 2504 North Mattis Avenue and get all of your battery needs taken care of by the trusted professionals. Give them a call today at 355-4855.
There's a new showroom at Flooring Surfaces in Champaign. Choose your next floor in an incredible space filled with beautiful hardwoods, durable waterproof vinyl, elegant porcelain tiles, and the finest carpets in Central Illinois. Find inspiration around every corner. And when you need help, Flooring Surfaces offers free measuring, free design assistance, and expert advice. Visit Flooring Surfaces today at 401 Mercury Drive in Champaign.
Flooring Surfaces, your first stop.
Eastern Illinois Food Bank is raising awareness and community engagement to make a difference in the fight against food insecurity. Support is more vital than ever, with food pantries currently serving 90% more people than in 2022. Wear orange on Hunger Action Day, September 10th, and drive people to make a difference, with every dollar providing 3 meals for a neighbor in your community. Nourishing an 18-county area since 1983, help promote the Million Meal Challenge through the end of September, #Hunger Action Month. To get more information, visit eifoodbank.org.
Candy Foster's annual Parkland College fundraiser to support students pursuing the fine arts will be on Sunday, September 8th, with music starting at 2 with the Fairchilds. 3 o'clock, it's A-Train and Therapy. At 4 o'clock, it's Men of Essence. 5 o'clock, Candy Foster and friends will take the stage at Alto Vineyards with auction items to bid on, including a signed Buddy Guy guitar, a 50-50 raffle, and food trucks. Head to Alto Vineyards at 4210 North Duncan Road after 2, Sunday, September 8th.
Shock! Diane will be there.
Yes!
How about that?
I got my Candy Foster shirt
on.
on.
I've got the TV on that.
And
watch us on
Alto
Facebook.
Vineyards. It was last year around this time, so I think this is an annual event to raise money for the Fine Arts Scholarships at Parkland. But so fun. And Kathy Harden will be there too.
Yeah,
Coco working the mic.
I think she just started singing, didn't she? All right.
And another Tolono Unity gal. I was just looking at Unity playing St. Joe tonight in Spartan territory.
What time do you go to that game? It's 7 o'clock. And it obviously bleachers don't hold them. Most people at those games stand because there's just not enough seating.
Okay.
But yeah, if you go to the Unity St. Joe Ogden game, do you go at 6? Do you go 5? I mean, if you want a bleacher seat, I think you have to go at 5, don't you?
I see.
I
always get in on the 50-50 as soon as I get there because it's usually 4 digits. I see Monticello has Illinois Valley Central High School. Centennial versus Central.
Do people go to the football games? They'll be at the St. Joe Ogden school tonight in St. Joe.
Mm-hmm.
They'll go to that. That'll be a couple thousand people, probably at least. But Central Centennial, I don't know. News Gazette has the front page of their sports with a kid named Chris Bush, who I've never heard of, but he's 6'6".
Ooh.
And he's a wide receiver and a basketball star.
Okay.
So I don't know. Centennial's got it going on in the last few years, but I don't know if Central's good this year. I don't know. You know what? Where do you even look and find out about it anymore?
And see, where does Central play if they're hosting?
Well, it's over at Tommy Stewart Field, I think, in Centennial, isn't it?
Okay.
I don't know.
So they share a field?
It's amazing how behind you get if you don't have children in school.
We used to be all in.
Used to be all in.
That was a few years when our kids were in that stage.
But on Saturday morning, where do you get scores? I think it's ihsa.org because they're going to have all the state scores, and then you have to figure out how to get there.
Right.
But I don't know. The News Gazette went to a weekend edition, so
that's right,
and tough deadline, so you can't really get the high school stuff anymore. And so I don't know. I guess if you care, you'll go to ihsa.org. That's the only other idea I have.
Here's a headline: Bush puts on the pads, become a leader in front of the confident Maroons. He's a dog.
Well, then throw him the ball. If he's 6'6",
that's right.
Chances are he'll get the jump ball on that one.
Have fun.
All right, going to call Brother Johnny. And is Tim Walz's family really endorsing Trump? It's hard to believe. I think they're cousins and stuff, but it's odd. Kind of like the RFK and Kennedy family. They kind of disassociated because RFK, they say, went off the rails and he's crazy. Even though he brings up a lot of good points. I like listening. It's hard to listen to because of his voice. But Robert Kennedy Jr., Bobby Jr., is an interesting man. There's no doubt about it. And he's, I don't know. Anyway, Tim Walz got somebody jumping on about that. Apparently a picture says Walz, W-A-L-Z, for Trump. And about 10, 20 of them standing there.
Okay.
And somebody had said, well, they're just distant cousins. Still, you'd think you'd hold the family, right?
Right.
If nobody's going to vote for you, or if people are going to vote for you, think you start with a fam. It's just...
That is kind of a head scratch.
Well, it's weird.
Mm-hmm.
It's just weird. He started that whole weird thing. All right, the news coming up. I'll call Brother Johnny, and then we'll get the guest on about that. And you're welcome to text. You can also, all the phones today brought to you by Tapman's Towing, Jim Hampton. And good to have you listening. This is September 6th. Oh, by the way, I have time? Yeah. What does it sound like at a sold-out Memorial Stadium? Anybody remember? Does anybody remember? We're going back now to the last time Illinois had a sellout at Memorial Stadium like we have tomorrow night.
Oh, boy.
Barack Obama was president.
Okay.
Wes Lunt was the quarterback.
Wes Lunt.
This was 2016. A running back named Keyshawn Vaughn. Anybody remember that name? With 13:40 left in the first quarter, Illinois receives the kickoff. 13:40, they hand the ball to Keyshawn Vaughn. Sold out Memorial Stadium. Here's what it sounded like. He ran 65 yards for a touchdown. Illinois led the game 7-0 with 13:35 in the first quarter. This is the Mitch Trubisky, North Carolina team. Mitch was the first pick of the Chicago Bears that next draft. North Carolina came back and beat the Illini 48-23. Well, for a moment, we were winning that game, and this video I have, as you can well see on radio, everybody's in orange just like we're going to be tomorrow. Everybody's in orange. Every seat is full.
I need to get to a secondhand store and get myself an orange hoodie because I haven't got anything orange on the outside, and it's a low of 43 tomorrow night.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know if I have an orange jacket. I got an orange long sleeve shirt.
So,
but here's just the
so
sound.
Exciting.
That's what it'll sound like. Pretty cool. Band playing, Illinois winning.
I love it. Go Illini.
Can we beat Kansas tomorrow?
Yes.
The players have never seen anything like this, let alone played in front of anything that is so positive.
Well, and the students too. And that whole student section for the EIU game was packed.
Well, we're going to need their energy to pull the upset off. Kansas 6.5-point favorite. All right, it's 7:30 news coming up.
Hi, I'm Tyler Weaver, president of Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery. It's time to come home to Carpet Weavers. We don't want you to just like your new floors. We want you to love them. From waterproof floors and carpet to furnitures and design advice, we've got a team of experts on your side. We'll get you the best price and the best quality products. And complete your home with furniture and accessories. Buy it all with free financing too. Come home to Carpet Weavers, where floors, furniture, and family meet.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. The 14-year-old accused school shooter who gunned down 4 inside Appalachia High School in Georgia will appear inside a Barrow County courtroom for the first time this morning. Colt Gray's father now will appear in court shortly after his son. He's charged with murder and manslaughter. Cops say he bought the weapon used in the massacre for his son as a Christmas present. Hunter Biden with a surprising move just before jury selection in his tax case in Los Angeles.
The president's son is now facing something many thought unthinkable, and that is significant time behind bars. Hunter Biden avoiding a second criminal trial after pleading guilty to all charges in his tax evasion case.
And Fox's Chris Jenkins and Ukraine's President Zelensky travels to the U.S. Air Base in Ramstein, Germany for the first time for a meeting of the Ukraine Defense Contact Group. America is listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. West Nile virus has claimed its first victim in the state. It was an 80-year-old out of Lake County. Now the virus is on the rise in central Illinois. Champaign County has been put on high alert, meaning high West Nile activity was found in area mosquito populations. It also means that human cases are probable. Champaign Police is earning the highest accreditation from the Illinois Law Enforcement Accreditation Program. It reflects the program's highest level of professionalism. It's based on evidence that CPD policies and practices meeting 181 professional standards. Urbana School District implementing a new elementary curriculum. It's getting ready to dispose of its previous elementary curriculum. That includes words their way in English and Spanish, Plautus and Pinnell reading interventions, and reading kits for varying grade levels. Community is invited to come to the Urbana School District Central Office September 14th to review and take any materials they'd like. You're locally up to date from the Stevie Jay Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
I've got to clean out this garage. Let's see. What's the cheapest and easiest dumpster service in our area?
Here's what I found. The doggy bag.
Think she's broken. I'm not looking for takeout. Siri, try again.
The doggy bag from Bulldog Disposal in Mahomet.
Doggy bag? What's that?
If you got junk that needs to go, but you don't want the hassle of having an enormous dumpster delivered, grab a doggy bag, keep it as long as you need. They'll come take it away. For more information, just visit bulldoggybag.com.
That's bulldoggybag.com.
Sticky nights and stuffy rooms making it hard to enjoy your home during the summertime? Call Dogtown Heating, Air, and Plumbing to make sure your air conditioning is working at its peak performance. Tune up your AC by joining the maintenance program and get all the perks it has to offer. Call Dogtown to come out for a no-cost quote to upgrade your system today with a Lennox high-efficiency system that will be sure to save you money on your energy bills and let you relax comfortably. Call 217-841-4728 or visit dogtownheatingandair.com. Dogtown Heating, Air, and Plumbing, your home's best friend.
Golden Nugget Casino is your winning destination for fun and fortune. Since our grand opening, we paid out over $23 million in jackpots to more than 10,000 winners. In July, more than 800 guests won jackpots totaling over $2 million. Golden Nugget Casino, the best place to win. Located just off I-74 at the Illinois-Indiana border in Danville. Not valid for any participant of the Illinois Gaming Board statewide voluntary self-exclusion program. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
As Tapman's Towing celebrates 50 years of serving Central Illinois, we're always seeking good people to serve our great customers. Our team of expert tow professionals would like to interview others with CDLs, previous tow experience, or a strong interest in serving others. If you enjoy serving people, love working in the outdoors, and looking for a career, not just a job, we should talk soon. Do you have a strong desire but lack the experience? We should still talk. Visit our career page at tapmanstowing.com.
ESPN 93.5, we check your weather. Brought to you by Busey for over 150 years. Member FDIC. Beautiful weekend.
Well, good everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois, Champaign, and Van Evans Saturday. Cold front on the move and early autumn feel expected over the course of the weekend. Short-lived weather maps and charts into next week and the following week, still indicating lots of almost mid and late summer-like warmth and heat to come back our way. Not much in the way of any organized rainfall as well, so keeping an eye on expanding dryness areas over parts of the area too. A couple of spotty showers, an isolated thunderstorm around here this morning into the early afternoon. Skies become partly sunny, breezy, cooler, low in humidity. The high about 76 on a west-northwesterly wind turning northerly. Tonight, much cooler, less humid, clearing off this evening. 49 tomorrow, mostly sunny, cool, 67. 63 kickoff time tomorrow evening with clear skies and light wind. We'll bottom out at 43 in the overnight. For the day on Sunday, mostly sunny at 71, but we pop to 80 for the day on Monday. 83 Tuesday, mid-80s Wednesday, upper 80s next Thursday and Friday. No rain in the forecast for next week as well. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
All right, ESPN 93.5 on this Friday. This is September 6th. Illinois plays Kansas tomorrow in a sellout Memorial Stadium. First sellout in Champaign-Urbana in 8 years.
Wow.
The Illini are 6.5-point dogs to the 20th or 18th or 19th ranked Kansas Jayhawks.
Mm-hmm.
When we scheduled the game, they were awful at football.
Right.
So thank you for that.
And here we are.
Well, I got Brother Johnny. He's on the phone. He's still in Rapid City, South Dakota. Johnny!
Hey, good morning, Stevie J. I don't know when they scheduled it. I don't know how good we were back then either. So,
well, we thought we could.
Good.
At least we thought we kicked their butt. Apparently, and they got really good. All right, happy to welcome GOP strategist, Iraq War veteran, founder of Arsenal Government and Public Affairs Group, and founder of Veterans Health Accelerator Project. It's Chris Nywame. Chris, how are you? Nice to meet you.
Doing well. How are you? Great to be on.
Great to have you. Johnny, I don't know if you heard this, but apparently some relatives of Minnesota Governor and Vice Presidential candidate Tim Walz have come out against his candidacy. There's an image circulating online showing family members of Vice Presidential candidate Tim Walz openly supporting former President Trump. Firstly, Chris, is that real?
It is real, and it's hilarious. Essentially, I mean, look, families don't always agree on politics, right? So these are family members. I believe it's been reported that they've not actually met. They haven't met. They're distant family, or they haven't spoken in the past. But certainly, it's interesting, and it's getting a lot of national attention because, you know, on the one hand, it's encouraging if you're Republicans. It's, you know, look, your own family's not voting for you. If you're the Democrats, you don't want to be playing defense. You don't want things like this. You don't want to have to explain why your own family might not actually support you.
Well,
right?
I mean, somebody went out and bought a bunch of shirts that said "Walls for Trump."
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, and then you got to find out if this is true. Has Tim Walz not talked to his brother in 8 years? And if that's the case, that's sad.
Right. No. And that's really interesting in terms of drawing a contrast between, it also brings into attention of, what have you been doing in government? What is your record? What have you actually done? Because if there's people in your own family that don't support you, and no one's really known who you are, and the Democrats' national playbook certainly appears to be cloaking their candidates from any sort of public engagement. President Biden was in the basement during the campaign. You can't make it up. He was hiding in the basement. They took him out of there, took the will of all these voters away from him. You have Kamala Harris and Tim Walz that are largely just kind of hidden. They're not going to be out there doing free-range interviews, no, because you might actually learn what their positions are or what their leadership style is really like, and then you won't vote for them.
Brother Johnny, you surprised by this?
Well, not really. I mean, and as far as playing defense, Chris, I mean, how do you defend the open borders, high crime, high inflation, no energy program? I mean, they haven't got a defense, and that's why they've disappeared in terms of where's the presidential candidate. We'll see her, I guess, Tuesday. But Walsh, to me, Chris, I don't know if you remember or know much about George McGovern picking Tom Eagleson. It seems like that kind of a choice to me because there's just not a lot of good stuff we're hearing about him, except he's a really fine neighbor. He's happy. I don't know what to say. Right. Well, and then he's shooting his neighbor with paintball guns.
Yeah, right.
Right. So, I don't know what to tell you. Look, what's interesting about this is I know Tim Walz. I used to lobby Tim Walz's office when he was on the Veterans Affairs Committee, and he is a very sort of affable kind of guy. You like talking to him. You're like, no, he's a pretty, But my issue with him comes in with the stolen valor thing that he's allowing to permeate. He could easily clear that up. He said in C-SPAN clearly in interviews, multiple interviews, but he said, "I deployed in support of Operation Enduring Freedom." No, he didn't. No, he didn't. At all. Someone could make the argument, some of my Democrat friends, well, yeah, Chris, but, I could be supporting the Afghanistan war by mailing you a cookie when you're serving over in the Middle East. No, you don't. If you didn't deploy to that operation, you didn't deploy to that operation. So being in the Balkans is being in the Balkans. It's not supporting Operation Enduring Freedom. So that's a stolen valor thing he needs to clear up.
Well, he said he carried a weapon in Afghanistan or Iraq or wherever, and I don't get why you do that when you know you didn't, and you know that everybody will find out. What's the thinking there, Chris?
Well, there's a theory that there's a lot Washington, D.C., New York City, whether it's the financial or the political capital in the U.S., it attracts a lot of narcissists and sociopaths. And I'm not saying Tim Walz is necessarily he actually does seem like a very affable guy, but I think that lust for power will push people to do things they wouldn't otherwise done. I want you gentlemen to think that I'm a really, really tough guy, so I'm going to say weapons that I carried in war. Well, I just meant it was a weapon of war that our soldiers generally, it's just nonsense. Yeah. It's really nonsense, and I think that they need to pay at the ballot box, and Republicans have an opportunity here to really expose this and put them out for who they are and let the independent voters who are likely to decide this election outcome have at it.
Well, and he had a chance to exhibit his, battle-tested characteristics when he surrendered Minneapolis to the protesters. They just burned it down. And he surrendered his police precinct. I don't think he's the general or commander-in-chief we want. So,
well, and I'm also kind of uncomfortable with his love for China. He's been...
That's a big issue to me because he's really quite enamored with China, and I'm disturbed by his celebration of the Tiananmen Square massacre. That seems a little odd to me. So,
well, he got married on the anniversary of Tiananmen Square, and he took 30 student groups there, and he came back one of his first trips and said, "As long as I live, I will never be treated that well ever than I was treated in China." So,
well, I'd like to see him go on back. So,
yeah. There you go. Well, okay, so Chris, what do you do? What are the groups you started?
Right, so Arsenal Government Public Affairs Group is just lobbying public relations arm. I do a lot of media for political candidates on the Republican side over time. And then the Veterans Health Accelerator Project is involved in education and advocacy and providing grant funding for veterans to pursue stem cell treatments and regenerative treatments that are largely currently unaffordable or offshore, because we think veterans deserve the best health care, not just NFL athletes and wealthy folks should get these treatments. We think veterans should be able to get it as well. So involved in a lot of stuff and just trying to do my patriotic duty and not defunding the police like Tim Walz and Kamala Harris want to do.
All right. Well, I'll keep you a few more minutes. It's our friend Chris Nywame and my brother Johnny, who's in Rapid City this morning. ESPN 93.5 on the Tapman's Joint phone line. Since you're a communications guy, Chris, let me ask you, Tuesday, the debate. You got a podium, you got a piece of paper, you got a pen, no notes, mute the mic. Everything kind of went Trump's way for the final negotiations for the debate. As a communications guy, what do you tell Trump to do, and what would you tell Kamala to do?
Right, I tell President Trump to just stick to the record, hammer away, probably try to avoid attacking her personally. I think it'll be interpreted as petty, and there's a lot of women voters that he needs to win. He needs to be mindful of the women voters. Stick to your record. He has had a strong record on veterans issues. He's had so much success in so many policy areas. And if you're Kamala Harris, I think you try to avoid any landmines. You try to avoid saying something that's going to show that you're underinformed or that you've been inconsistent on issues, and really just try to have that. And I hate to say it, but it really does come down to optics, right? So if she can appear to be competent and really appear to be, this strong female, that's going to work to her. That's her goal. And I think her record is problematic, but certainly is to avoid any pitfalls, don't make any major errors, and kind of avoid your record a little bit.
Yeah, I would try to keep her answers short because once she starts rambling on, Stevie, she makes Marianne Williamson look really good. And so she just make it look like she's confident, give up the time, and that's what I would do. But I want to ask Chris, what's your take overall? What do you predict in this election?
Right. And so I think, and again, you know how this goes. It all depends on the day of. I mean, the election day, when what people actually do is important. I think that debate performances are going to be key. I think that what they do from here and there is going to matter, and it's going to be close. I mean, I think we're better off under a Trump economy for a variety of reasons. If Kamala Harris wins, it's going to be a continuation of the progressive chaos we've seen. It's going to be Biden administration continued. It's going to be close. I mean, I'd like to think President Trump pulls it out in Ohio, Montana. He's going to win, obviously. But again, we got some battlegrounds. Arizona and Nevada are trending a little bit Democrat right now. So I think debate performances are going to be key, and turnout.
Well, you could always get this moment if somehow Donald Trump could be loud enough for everybody to hear him.
Mr. Vice President, I'm speaking.
I'm
speaking. $400,000
He said he's
a
going
year.
to repeal the Trump tax cuts.
Mr. Vice President, I'm speaking.
Just can't stand it. That thing just drives me nuts. And then this is kind of our hit of the week.
You better thank a union member for sick leave. You better thank a union member for paid leave.
Now, who's responsible for this unwarranted attack on my person?
You better thank a union member for vacation time.
Yeah, we had that Southern drawl this week that kind of broke through Chris. So.
Foghorn Leghorn.
Yeah. Listen, I guess I'm not very optimistic about the future of my country, because for this election to be close is disconcerting, to say the least, for me.
We got to keep praying, Stevie.
That's it.
Well, and I think there's a big machine the Democrats have developed, which is pretty awesome, to deliver votes regardless of who's running or even if nobody's running. And so,
or if you're alive.
Yeah. And you got to deal with that. And but I think Trump will win when it all shakes out. And so I think there's a higher power. Remember, the guy hit his ear. Somebody was looking out for him.
No, that's right.
So I think same power is looking out for all of us.
Chris, how can people find you?
It's at Chris Nyweem, ChrisNeiweem, on X, on LinkedIn, on Facebook. Don't have an Instagram. Don't plan on ever having one. Love to connect with folks there, and always great to be on with you, gentlemen.
And listen, thanks for serving. Yeah, thanks for serving America.
Yeah, thanks, Chris.
Thanks for being a patriot. We appreciate Chris. And Johnny, so are you looking at the cattle? What are you doing today in Rapid City?
Well, we saw the cattle. It looks good. The weather seems about the same as Champaign County. Beautiful. And we're let's see, might ride a horse today.
Okay.
Now I don't know about that.
Have you done much of that? You haven't done much horse riding, have you?
Steve, haven't done a lot of horse riding. Didn't have her in Unity. He didn't have a horse riding class. So,
by the way,
I don't know.
Unity plays at St. Joe Ogden tonight. That ought to be a damn.
Is it at St. Joe?
Yep.
Shoot, I wanted to try to go because I hope to be there, and I'm going to be at the ALS Walk for Chuck starting at 4 Sunday.
Yep. It's Sunday afternoon.
Hazen Park.
Yeah, Hazen Park, 4 o'clock. Sunday for
so
ALS
that would be great.
Yeah. But you're not getting there for the game tonight. You won't have time, I don't think.
Well, I don't think I'll run to St. Joe. Are you?
No.
Well,
I'd have to leave at 5. Larry and Gary Franks are going. I don't know when they're leaving.
Right.
So you catch a
there's going to be a lot of Rockets, a lot of Spartans.
Yeah. No, look, that's a big rivalry.
Yeah, it is.
It wasn't quite as intense when we were playing with St. Joe, but right now that's a big deal. They both got good teams.
I think you caught some touchdowns against St. Joe, as I recall.
Actually had a couple touchdowns.
Yeah.
But, those were the days.
Yeah, Kent Carroll to John Cacciaturian touchdown.
I love it.
And then that sellout tomorrow night, we're pretty fired up about the Illini. So
yeah.
Well, I think they'll be ready to play. And listen, we got a good coach. I'm sure we got a good team. And they look fine against Eastern. So we'll see.
Let's hear Lance Leopold. You know that I'm told that when the Illini had the football opening, they talked to 2 people, Brett Bielema and this Kansas coach, Lance Leopold. And so Lance went to the podium earlier. The Kansas Jayhawk football coach who's done an outstanding job with his 19th-ranked Jayhawks coming in here as a 6.5-point favorite.
Do you know Brett? I mean, have you guys crossed paths?
Brett was was coaching Wading probably the first time I met him at Wisconsin. Knew through some guys when I was at Omaha at that time and was passing through recruiting and went to a bowl practice. That's probably the first time I met him. But Brett's been very good to me. When I was at Whitewater, he was at Madison and with the Badgers, but helped us when we needed opportunities to practice in the indoor late in the year. But more importantly, when I got the job at Buffalo, Brett reached out to me, and when he was at Arkansas, and offered if I came down that he would sit down and kind of go through a yearly calendar and different things. And at first you're busy, you're scrambling. I was trying to coach 2 teams and kind of going through that. And when we were done, he actually called a second time, and he didn't need to call one time, but he called again, kind of floated it out there again. And I told my wife, I said, not many guys do this, and he doesn't have to. I need to find a way to get to Fayetteville. And I went there and spent, just a day with him there in bowl prep and we met with his recruiting people. He kind of went through his philosophy on off season. And I owe a lot to Brett Bielema and just forming some thoughts and philosophies from the Division III level to the FBS level.
Yeah, so, that sounds like a nice guy. Sounds like a nice guy. But I hope we beat them, because they really manhandled us. It was 34-23 last year. They beat us, but it wasn't that close. It was not that close. It was 14-0 in the first.
We were there
10 minutes
down there, right?
We were at Lawrence, Kansas.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a Terrence Shannon at Lawrence weekend.
All
that trouble started.
Oh, jeez.
But anyway,
this season, and we got the NFL kicked off last night. That was quite.
Did you see the end of that game? That was unbelievable.
Tippy toe.
It was the black part of the tip of his shoe.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a quarter inch.
Right.
The guy touched the line. Otherwise, Baltimore would have tied it and gone for 2 to try and win it at Kansas City. But I tell you, those are 2 playoff teams. Those are obviously Kansas City, but Baltimore's real good. They're very, very good.
Well, you're right. They're both good teams. And, here we go. Stevie Jay and the Bears. They're expecting a lot from the Bears.
No, listen, we have
the Sunday at noon on Q96.
Go to Q96.1 FM. We have the Bears radio. We have that for Champaign Market. If you want to listen on the radio, you're too busy to whatever, you just listen.
You're running around.
Yep, Q96 has the Bear game beginning at 10 a.m. with the pregame. So we've got that covered for you. And I don't know what the Saints got, but I'm not very fired up.
Well, they're good, but we'll see if Coach Allen can get them jacked up. We've got Kubiak as our offensive coordinator. He's good, I'm not as fired up. I'm looking forward to watching a lot of the teams this year.
Yeah, right.
So I'm more of a broad NFL fan.
Well, I'm curious about, can Aaron Rodgers lead the Jets to victory? I mean, can they have a great season with a 40-some-year-old quarterback? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think so. I'm pulling for the Jags too. The Jaguars.
Yeah.
They've got Trevor Lawrence back healthy, and they've been good. They had trouble at the end when Lawrence was hurt, and Mr. Shad Khan is a great man. I like watching his team.
Well, we'll see. Trevor Lawrence also has $200 million guaranteed in the bank with the $270 million contract from Shad Khan, and he's ready to go. And if he is healthy, they're a very good team. The Jaguars got to play at Miami, which won't be easy.
No,
everything.
There's really no.
You look at all the games. Are you doing the pick'em game again? Because they're just impossible.
Oh yeah.
It's really hard to pick. To forget the point spread. Just pick the winner. It's harder than heck. It's really hard.
I had a low value on it, but I did pick the Chiefs.
Yeah.
But just because they were at home.
Yep, that's it. That's the only reason. All right.
And I only won that by a quarter inch.
That's exactly right. All right. We'll catch up next week, Johnny. Safe travel.
All right. Thanks, Steve. Thanks, Diane. We'll see you soon.
You
Have
betcha.
a good weekend.
Brother Johnny on his way to Philo. On the Tapman's Joint phone line. All right. 7:54. Your weekend weather is next.
Fighting Illini football takes on the Kansas Jayhawks on Saturday, September 7th at 6 p.m. Wear orange for the Hail to the Orange Out. It's a family weekend. Bring back the whole family to Memorial Stadium and enjoy an entire Saturday of tailgating and family fun for the big game. Get tickets for the Hail to the Orange Out versus Kansas, Saturday, September 7th at fightingillini.com.
Yep. Weather brought to you by Kramer's Siding and Window.
Your premier provider for home improvements, specializing in siding, windows, doors, roofing, and outdoor living. Visit KramerSiding.com.
So again, everyone, let's check weather for East Central Illinois, Champaign and Van vicinity, and that cold front, as expected, making its way across the area. A couple of spotty showers on the radar this morning, and that is it for organized rainfall over the next probably 10 days to 2 weeks. And folks, a little concerned on the ag side about the cool spells we've been experiencing. No need to fret. Still lots of mid and late summertime heat coming our way beginning early next week. Breezy cooler though for the day today, becoming partly sunny. Again, a couple of isolated showers around this morning into the early afternoon. 76 the high, and a gusty west-northwesterly wind as the day wears on. For tonight, much cooler, less humid, clearing out early with a low down to 49. Light north wind through the night. For the day tomorrow, cool for the season, sunshine. 67 will kick things off. Memorial Stadium 6 p.m. at 63. Clear skies and light wind there with overnight readings into the lower 40s. Sunny, cool, 71 on Sunday. Here comes the warm-up next week. 80 Monday, 83 on Tuesday, 86 Wednesday, upper 80s next Thursday and Friday. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
This is Rob Meyer with Provident Financial Group. Political news is sure to dominate the headlines in 2024, adding uncertainty to the markets. This makes a disciplined investment strategy even more critical to achieving your long-term goals. To assure your investments are aligned with your objectives, contact us today at 217-366-3456 or find us online at ProvidentFinancialGroupLLC.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network. Member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
BMW, Buick, GMC, Honda, and Subaru. Welcome to Sarah Champagne. We can handle all your car repairs on site, including paintless dent repair, bumpers, windshields, everything in between. We have an amazing selection of new or pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Shop from home and buy online or reserve your vehicle before it hits our website or dealership. Sarah Champagne is home of the Sarah One Price Promise, delivering an honest and transparent buying experience. Hurry in or shop online at sarahchampagne.com.
I'm telling you, I am a fan of Sarah Champagne. I am absolutely a fan. They take care of me every doggone time I go in there. I took the radio station truck in, and Chris Rogers in service. He's just 5-star, man.
I love it.
And Jess and Jason and they just are so hands on. They've got such an amazing team of people. Now this is we're talking Honda, BMW, Buick, GMC, and Subaru. And the numbers I'm seeing on the board, they're just breaking records like crazy.
That's awesome.
But they treat people so well. Jonathan Kerr, big fella.
Yep.
Former offensive lineman for Ron Zook.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm sorry, for John Malkovich.
Oh, wow.
He goes back a little bit. And his daughter's the star volleyball player in Tennessee.
Nice.
She's the quarterback, whatever that lead person is, setter.
Libero?
No, so it's a person that sets it.
Okay. The setter.
But don't they call her?
I don't know.
Anyway, it's a great team, Sarah. If you go there, you will get people that are people, and are really good. And there's no pressure. And here's the price. And what are your questions? And by the way, they have great products. Kind of a big Honda guy. And Subaru is fantastic.
Absolutely.
Okay, it's 7:58, and Ben Quattrone, man, I went there to visit the first time, and it was like they hadn't even built the BMW show. They had a Honda product, and people thought it was good, and that thing has grown like crazy.
Right in front of that Phoenix Savoy 16 area. All those car dealerships.
Yep, they're just fantastic. It's good. Really, really, really good people. So very impressed. All right, the news will be next. Another hour to go before the weekend starts.
Orange out tomorrow. Number 19 Kansas Jayhawks going down.
Bring a good point, though. If you need a jacket, and I don't have an orange jacket, so I got an orange long sleever. I think that'll be okay.
Okay.
Maybe an undershirt under there.
It's wild. It's almost going to be a little on the chilly side.
Well, 63 kickoff means 50s when you leave.
And, I'm going to look for a orange hoodie at a secondhand store somewhere and then just wear it around my waist until it's time to go.
And then just throw it away.
No. I mean,
redonate it.
Exactly.
Repurpose. But yeah, it's going to be a sellout crowd. We don't know how to park for that. I mean, it's just a different feel.
Yeah.
And I do have a feeling 217 texter yesterday pointed out Kansas could be bringing quite a crew. Because for this to jump to a sellout means maybe 8,000? It's possible. I don't know how they travel. I don't have much experience with
I have reached out to our winners. Thanks to ExpressPros.com for giving away so many tickets with Stevie J Broadcasting.
And more tickets to give away next week, too. 8 o'clock. You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign-Urbana, your home for the St. Louis Cardinals.
From a freshman in school to a murder suspect in court, I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News.
All right, good morning, sir. Are you Mr. Colt Gray?
Sir. And yes, sir, is about all the 14-year-old said in Winder, Georgia, 2 days after the shooting at his school that left 2 of his classmates dead and 2 teachers.
In essence, you're charged with 4 counts of felony murder.
And the judge also told the boy,
I want to make sure that you are aware that you have the right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything at all.
Then the boy's lawyer asked for no bond, and Colt Gray was led out of the court in handcuffs. In a half hour, it'll be his dad's turn in the same courtroom.
Georgia law enforcement officials hold 54-year-old Colin Gray responsible for the tragedy that struck Appalachia High School this week, charging him with the most severe charges ever filed over an alleged school shooter. That's involuntary manslaughter, second-degree murder, and cruelty to children.
Fox's Dana Marie McNichol in Winder, Georgia. Colin Gray bought the gun his son is accused of using as a Christmas present. Now, earlier this year, Jennifer and James Crumbly were convicted in Michigan of involuntary manslaughter in their son Ethan's school shooting that left 4 students dead. Former President Trump's due in court in an hour in New York City, appealing the civil judgment ordering him to pay millions of dollars to author E. Jean Carroll. He denies he defamed her while also denying Carroll's sexual abuse allegations that date back decades. We just got an update to the economy on hiring and unemployment.
We got 142,000 jobs added, created, restored, however you want to define it, in the month of August. That was worse than the 160,000 expectation. The unemployment rate smack in line to the expectation, coming in at 4.2%.
Fox Business Network's Lauren Simonetti, both those numbers are improvements from July. On Wall Street, not much reaction before today's trading. Futures are mixed, not moving much. America's listening to Fox News.
You might wonder, John Legend, how do you keep your voice sounding so legendary? Honey. And how do I keep my protection against COVID-19 up to date? With a COVID shot this season, designed for recent variants.
You can get your COVID-19 shot when getting your flu shot if you're due for both, as recommended by the CDC.
The fresher, the better.
Ask your healthcare provider about getting this season's COVID-19 shot when getting your flu shot.
Sponsored by Pfizer. Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm. Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare information guide absolutely free. Call 800-919-3200. 800-919-3200. 800-919-3200.
Hunter Biden now has 2 sentencing dates after the president's son changed his plea in a tax evasion case in federal court in Los Angeles right before jury selection to avoid going on trial.
The prosecution was allowed to read out the entire 56-page indictment, including all the lurid details about strippers, fast cars, fast women, as prosecutors had put it. And then Judge Mark Scarsi put each of the 9 charges individually to Hunter Biden, asking him how he pled. He said guilty 9 times, and that wrapped up the court proceedings. He will now be sentenced on December 16th. On November 13th, he'll be sentenced on that gun conviction in Delaware. We will then all await to see whether President Biden, on his way out of the White House, either pardons his son or commutes those sentences.
That's Fox's Jonathan Hunt outside the court. Speaking of President Biden, he'll go to Michigan, a battleground state in the election, touting his record, and Vice President Harris the day after going to another battleground state, Wisconsin, critical of former President Trump.
When he was in office, he enacted a $2 trillion tax cut. $2 trillion tax cut that overwhelmingly benefited the very wealthy, the biggest corporations, and drove up the federal deficit every single year of his presidency.
In football, the champion Chiefs kick off the NFL season with another win. Barely.
Lamar trying to make magic happen. Throw it end zone. Likely 2 feet down. Yes! Touchdown! What a play!
As time expired, giving the Ravens a chance to win or tie the game on NBC. Or so it seemed. Upon further review, video showed Isaiah Likely's foot barely out of bounds. The touchdown didn't count. Kansas City beat Baltimore 27-20 tonight. The Eagles play the Packers. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. One person displaced from their Mattoon apartment had followed a fire yesterday morning at 21st Street and Champaign Avenue when smoke and flames were seen coming from a first-floor apartment. Smoke found on all 3 floors of the building. Several tenants were helped out of that building. American Red Cross was called to help the tenants. Champaign Police earning the highest accreditation from the Illinois Law Enforcement Accreditation Program. It reflects the program's highest level of professionalism. It's based on evidence that CPD policies and practices meet 181 professional standards. The department's accreditation is the culmination of months of work by the administration. Fire departments from central Illinois have been dispatched to downtown Lincoln. They helped battle a fire there yesterday. Departments were arriving on scene, including ones from McLean, Macon, and Menard counties, along with every fire department in Logan County. Fire also was burning close to the town's train tracks and Amtrak station. It's under investigation. You're locally up to date from the Stevie Jay Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
We are pretty fired up for Illinois football. The experience that will be, and then we're not used to this, I would presume, since it's 6 o'clock kick. So, yeah, you say 63 approximately for the kick. So we're just going to Diane's wondering if she needs a jacket because it's going to be 63.
I would think so.
Well, then we don't have an orange jacket. We're supposed to wear orange. So that's a problem.
Oh, well, you got to buy one then. Right.
Well, Diane's going to Goodwill
or secondhand store,
Salt and Light,
a cardigan. I don't know, something,
right?
You know.
Something orange.
Mm-hmm.
But I was playing a clip from the last time we had a sellout in 2016, and the whole stadium
was probably rocking, right?
Yeah, rocking. And Mitch Trubisky was quarterback for North Carolina when they came in.
We were there. We were at that game. Wow. That was Lovey's first game, right?
One
was
of
that
them.
Not?
One of
Lovey
the earlier games.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, we took a 7-0 lead.
That was Mitch's best game he ever played.
I think it was his best game he ever played.
Collegiate and professionally.
Made him a millionaire when the Bears picked him first. But anyway, Mitch, the Mitcher, we were winning 7-0.
I remember that.
And then they outscored us 48-16.
Storming back. Yeah, I remember that game.
But it was a beautiful night. It was gorgeous.
It was.
I remember it was actually September 10. This will be September 7. That's tomorrow. All right, our weather with our meteorologist Greg Solier. What you thinking here?
Well, pretty much a no-brainer. Things continuing to work out as expected. We're keeping all the genres and venues and peoples happy here. We've got heat coming back in the forecast next week to get the crops to maturity or early harvest. And that's probably going to be about a 2 or 3 week spell of that. And what should be an early and often get out there and go get it harvest season across the area. No problems on high school football action this evening. Last week it was showers and thunderstorms and some lightning issues and a couple of downpours. We don't have that in the forecast. What little dribble of rain is winding its way out of Champaign and Vermilion counties and southward. And that's it for the next probably 2 or 3 weeks on any widespread or organized rain. So do the best you can out there with getting a little dry around the edges again in some particular areas and all across the Big Ten Conference. Almost early autumn-like weather briefly for the day tomorrow. Out the door this morning, temperatures are pretty comfortable as well with breezes shifting around into the north and northwest as we speak with reading over at Willett and Savoy right now at 68 degrees. Forecast high 76 with a west-northwesterly breeze turning northerly, partly sunny sky. Much cooler tonight, less humid. We'll clear it off what lingering cloud cover there is at 49 for the low. Sunny, cool for the day tomorrow, 67 in the afternoon, 63 at kickoff time. Slight on the north breeze and clear skies for the ball game. We'll bottom out at 43 tomorrow night. Probably a few upper 30s east towards the Wabash through Monday morning with a high of 71 Sunday. Here comes the warmth next week. 80 Monday, lower 80s Tuesday, 86 Wednesday. We could flirt with 90 around here next Thursday and Friday. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solier.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. Thank you. All right, 809. I am Stevie Jay. That's Diane Ducey.
Good morning.
All right, so Hunter Biden pleads guilty. The prosecution had spent millions of dollars. They were set to pick the jury. And he wanted to avoid the embarrassment to his family. Well, maybe there wouldn't be embarrassment to his family if he didn't have all these prostitutes and all these unbelievable... Well, in the midst of his addiction, well, okay, that's no excuse.
Right.
You did all the bad things.
Yeah.
And he didn't his attorney said, well, he did not... He was late on his payments to the IRS like many Americans. Oh, 6 years late, I think. 6 years? Anyway, bottom line is this. I'm not spending any mental... Why do you think he pleaded guilty? It doesn't. Nothing matters.
Avoid.
He's never going to jail.
Something else.
He's never going to jail. He won't spend a day in jail. Are you kidding? This is like, where can I bet the money? Is there a place in Vegas I can take $10,000 and bet that Hunter Biden will be pardoned? It is automatic. It might be commuted, but he's going to get something. How much? What can I? How do I bet this? Are you kidding me? If you're the president and you're leaving the White House and your child is...
He said he wasn't going to do that. Biden said. Well, but of course, you can't say that coming into the court case.
No, you can't do that coming into an election.
Well, that's true.
You can't do that politically, but there is zero, hear me say, no chance Hunter Biden staying anytime, anywhere. He'll be pardoned. Now, will Kamala do it? Is that part of the deal? Could be. Well, Joe said he wasn't, and he didn't. Kamala did it. That's up to her, you know. They have the deal. Hunter Biden isn't going anywhere. So I don't spend much energy on this because I'm saying this is a bunch of waste of time. Would you not pardon your child in Joe Biden's position? I would.
I would.
Everybody would.
Right.
So why are we shocked? It's not fair. Okay, life's not fair.
Right.
Okay, so anyway, so there's that.
So evidently just staving off his second criminal trial this year before he was set to begin and, saving a lot of time, just said guilty then, huh?
Listen, it's just never mattered.
All 9 federal tax charges.
He has to go through the whole thing, and he obviously did a lot wrong, and he always was working for his dad, the big guy, getting 10% of the haul. The Bidens got rich. All the family got rich. If they wanted to pursue it, that was probably one of the things. Joe, you don't want all this to come out, right? Okay, I'll get out.
So Biden admitted withholding at least $1.4 million in taxes over 4 years.
Hunter Biden?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, he's not going to go to jail. He's going to be pardoned, commuted, whatever it'll be. That's just a lock. That is an absolute mortal lock. And I think all of us would probably do that. All the way out, doesn't matter, whatever. I mean, they pardon these people. I mean, it could be January 20. As long as the people are noon January 20, you just put this list down. Everybody's, the new president. They're not even thinking about that. Clinton pardoned 243 people that morning. So you can easily, do you remember who he pardoned? There's a guy named Mark Rich. I think he's some sort of something. But I remember that name. But no, every president pardons some people.
How do you remember that name?
I have no idea. All right, it is 8:13.
I mean, with him saying guilty and, like a lot of Americans, I avoid paying taxes. He said, I was thinking about surviving, he says. But he's in the, midst of all the addiction
Addiction is a sickness.
Right.
It's not an excuse.
But, I mean...
Whatever you do under the influence is your fault, right?
I guess the point I was going to try to make was... because he's got this, does he not get anything said about the laptop and anything else? We were wondering.
They're all connected, aren't they? I mean, he'll get a pardon. It's just over. He can't be prosecuted for any of this anymore.
But I mean,
because
this has been in the courts, does that exempt him or whatever? Relinquish the?
If there's a new charge, no. But if it's the same thing, you can't be charged twice or try.
That's the one I'm going.
No, you can't be.
But
tried
that's
for
on
same.
the taxes issue. If there is other issues,
there's gun issues,
he could come
tax
into.
issues. There's other.
Okay.
And then we haven't got into the millions of dollars they were getting from now Romanian oligarchs. Is that the new one now? We haven't heard about Romania. It is just as, 814. 217-359-2255. You want to chime in on the Fisher National Bank text line. All of our guests on the Tapman's Towing phone line, our sports headlines.
Alrighty, we have some action today, and it comes in the form of a series starting up against Seattle down at Busch Stadium with a 7:15 start. Eric Fetty is the Cardinals
new pitcher.
Okay.
New guy.
So there's that. And I've now lost the Rizzo story because he touts love for the Cubs Fans at Wrigley return.
60-second standing ovation. That's my prediction.
Probably.
They love Anthony Rizzo.
How many dogs are named Rizzo after that World Series title in 2016?
A lot of children named Ryan, R-Y-N-E for Ryan Sandberg.
True.
So Anthony Rizzo is a Chicago treasure, now a Yankee treasure.
Yes.
He's a good man, battled cancer, played a long time effectively.
In 2021, he hopped over to the Yankees, $40 million.
I think the Cubs wanted him anyway. So.
Right. I think there was a deal there. And he says it all, everything in life happens for a reason, and I've had a good run in New York. But anyway, he'll be back, and that's a 1:20 start over on US 105.9. Boston Red Sox versus the Chicago White Sox. That's a 6:10 start. NFL season to a raucous start with the Chiefs beating Baltimore 27-20, but you might want to take a look at that tippy toe, the black edge of the dude who was, catching the pass.
Black edge of his shoe
on the white part of the
3 seconds
field.
ago would have tied the game and would have gotten Baltimore a chance to win because they were going for 2 to try and beat them. But he touched the out of bounds in the end zone when he made a spectacular catch, and it did not count. 27-20 the final. Kansas City wins their first game against Baltimore.
Green Bay and Philadelphia tonight. Sunday, we'll be listening on Q96 as Tennessee comes to Soldier Field to face the Bears at noon, and the Indianapolis Colts are hosting Houston. Illini Sports, of course, the sold-out Orange Out game is tomorrow against number 19, Kansas' Jayhawks. We had lots of terrific winners, very appreciative. Adam was especially nice. Adam Drollinger, who was picked randomly when we went to the text line at 359-2255.
A lot of people
actually doing that again now that Central Michigan will be next Saturday for the homecoming game at 11 a.m. If you want to get a heads up for that, maybe Illini Hoko to get in the running to win that. Illinois volleyball in Toledo today in that Cyclone Classic.
Express Pros sponsoring our ticket giveaway.
That's right.
All right, Busey wants you to know about fraud awareness and prevention. Be very skeptical. Use strong, unique passwords, and then, of course, you got to remember them. Be cautious. Secure your devices. Monitor your finances. I check my online stuff every day part.
Yeah.
Because fraud is going crazy.
It is.
Busey wants you to be very, very well aware of it, and you must stay informed, aware of new tactics. The emails that come in and say, here's your receipt, don't click on that. It'll help you recognize, avoid potential scams. Once you're in your business, they can get stuff. Learn more about the latest scams and fraud trends through Busey's financial blog. It's busey.com, then /Money Matters, and they're all over it, and they'll be able to help you. But be careful because fraud, if you talk to any bank, I've talked to Busey a lot, it's just off the charts bad. People all over the world trying to steal your money. I mean, I've had tens of thousands of dollars that try and come out of my account. Busey's been very good to help me, but it's been awful trying to keep everything safe. Be careful. Investment product service is not FDIC insured, may lose value, no bank guarantee. Busey, for over 155 years, member FDIC.
Coach Shauna Green lands Destiny Jackson, a 5-star recruit. Let's see, she's a junior at Whitney Young, a guard. She averages 16.6 rebounds, 4 assists as a junior. Class of 2025 getting set up. Go Illini. Way to go, Shauna Green, our Girl Scouts, woman of distinction. It was so fun visiting with her. I'm so happy that we're trending forward.
Women's basketball is a thing now.
I was just looking at the picture to see if Destiny Jackson has, these long eyelashes or anything.
We gave Shauna the great idea of eyelash night.
Exactly.
Eyelash night at the State Farm where you put on your fake eyelashes. I think it would be very, very darling. Hard to see people unless you zoomed in. But the players, that's a trend.
High school football tonight. Unity's at SJO. I know Centennial and Central on Tommy Stewart Field. I guess they share the field, so that'll be a raucous crowd there in Champaign.
Yep. Here we go. Weather with our meteorologist Greg Solier. Details about your great looking weather on the weekend. It's 8:19. Fox Business is coming up next.
Look at everyone. Let's check weather. Free Central Illinois Champaign event of Saturday. Cold front on the move and early autumn feel expected over the course of the weekend. Short-lived weather maps and charts into next week and the following week, still indicating lots of almost mid and late summer-like warmth and heat to come back our way. Not much in the way of any organized rainfall as well, so keep an eye on expanding dryness areas over parts of the area too. A couple of spotty showers, an isolated thunderstorm around here this morning into the early afternoon. Skies become partly sunny, breezy, cooler, low in humidity. The high about 76 on a west-northwesterly wind turning northerly. Tonight, much cooler, less humid, clearing off this evening. 49 tomorrow, mostly sunny, cool, 67. 63 kickoff time tomorrow evening with clear skies and light wind. We'll bottom out at 43 in the overnight. For the day on Sunday, mostly sunny at 71, but we pop to 80 for the day on Monday. 83 Tuesday, mid-80s Wednesday, upper 80s next Thursday and Friday. No rain in the forecast for next week as well. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
I'm Neil Cavuto, and this is the Fox Business Report.
The labor market continues to cool, which means lower interest rates are coming. Job growth was even weaker than economists were predicting last month, with 142,000 new positions created. The forecast was for around 160,000, and the Labor Department revised June and July's reports lower. It now says there were 86,000 fewer jobs created in those months. The speculation was the summer slump may have been the result of Hurricane Beryl, though it also suggests a slowdown in the economy. The unemployment rate did tick lower in August to 4.2% as expected. Salesforce, the business software company that's also parent company of messaging app Slack, is buying data security business, own company, for about $1.9 billion. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Jenny Cosola, invested in you.
Well, they say there are certain things that shouldn't be brought up at the kitchen table, but not here at the Duffys. So pull up a chair and join me, Rachel Campos Duffy.
And me, former U.S. Congressman Sean Duffy, as we share our perspective on the discussions happening at kitchen tables across America.
And we're going to share some real-life solutions as well to the everyday issues that you all talk about. And we're going to talk about some of those things that we agree on.
And some that we don't.
Download From the Kitchen Table, the Duffys, at foxnewspodcasts.com or wherever you download podcasts.
Ow, a spring just hit me.
Mom, the couch is broken again.
It's about time we get rid of that clunky couch and look into buying a new one.
What about Two Men in a Junk Truck? Their professional moving team does a great job assisting with downsizing, home renovations, and clearing out old items you need hauled away.
Wow, it sounds like it'll make much more space in this house once the couch is hauled away.
I just pulled it up on my phone. You can schedule an appointment online at twomeninajunktruck.com.
Our showroom renovation is complete. At the new Flooring Surfaces, you'll enjoy a modern shopping experience in a showroom filled with the latest innovations in floor covering, plus custom blinds, shades, and shutters in an expanded window treatment area. Flooring Surfaces can help you with free design assistance, expert advice, and professional installation, all in a brand new space you have to see to believe. Visit Flooring Surfaces today at 401 Mercury Drive in Champaign.
Flooring Surfaces, your first stop.
This is Rob Meyer with Provident Financial Group. Unfortunately, there is not a one-size-fits-all retirement plan. Finding the right plan for you depends on many factors. The good news is that we can help improve your retirement readiness, whatever your situation. Contact us today at 217-366-3456 or online at ProvidentFinancialGroupLLC.com.
Securities and advisory services offered through Commonwealth Financial Network. Member FINRA SIPC, a registered investment advisor.
When you're buying a battery, it's important to look beyond just the price and make sure you're buying a quality battery. So when you're buying one from the big box store, make sure you ask the question, what's the date on this battery? Is it dependable? Sometimes the big box stores have batteries that have been sitting on the shelf for years. Or you can just come to Interstate Batteries, outrageously dependable, and buy your battery from the people who only do batteries. Interstate Batteries at 2504 North Madison, Champaign. Way out there, but totally worth the drive. How much is dependable worth to you? Interstate Batteries open 6 days a week.
His has Karaoke Fridays, the second and fourth Friday of the month after 9 p.m.
Get into your weekend with $5 Crown Royal drinks plus $4 Fireball Friday shots. Tequila Tuesdays go south of the border with drink specials. And from 11 to 2, get lunch with a big taco for only $2.75. Wednesdays are wild with mason jar drinks, and it's country night. Happy Thursday with $5 Jack drinks and $4 Happy Dad and Happy Thursday seltzers. Every day is a good day at Pia's.
You have money laying all around your house. You just don't know it. And no, I don't mean selling your great-grandma's good china. I mean all the old metal items you don't want to use or get rid of. Don't pay someone to haul it away. Bring it into Max Twin City Recycling and get paid to have it taken off your hands. They love new customers and are more than willing to walk you through their process step by step. Come check them out at 2808 North Lincoln Avenue in Urbana.
Starting it over is what we do at Max Twin City Recycling.
Yep, so you'll have to, do a little planning for the game tomorrow. I mean, it's so long, you can't tailgate 12 hours, can you? Well, maybe some people can.
Yeah, that's right. Especially the people who said, God bless everybody who plans everything. Because, those are special people.
Yeah, but I guess you normal people, some will get there at 7 a.m.
Yeah.
And then I think the normal people will probably get there at 9 or 10, set everything up.
Right.
You got 6 hours.
Right.
To do your thing. You need kind of 2 meals on that thing because you're going noon and dinner.
You're right.
So you better bring a lot of food.
So 6 o'clock tip off. So we'll have kickoff. Then we have 2 hours and 15 minutes before that Illini walk. And I got in on that. I rolled tape on the whole thing when
3:45, and they just walk through you.
They just walk through,
okay. And they high five anybody.
Oh yeah, okay. And fist butt, and
They're in sweats.
Yeah,
are they wearing sweats?
Yeah.
They haven't gotten taped up yet. Then
right.
They eat their meal at 2.
But there's a few that had headphones on. Why wouldn't you just take this in?
Because they're focused. Don't bother me.
Okay.
Focus.
And, Brett Bielma at the beginning, and they're hopping off the bus at Grange Grove, and then they're walking all the way up.
There's a good crowd for that. I bet there will be for sure tomorrow because they'll get there because it's so much tailgating.
And just before that, you have the cheerleaders go down, and you have, the band is set up on all the steps right around the Grange Grove statue, and then you have the flag corps and the Illiniets. I just love all of this. Bring it on.
It is the only atmosphere of its kind. You just don't have it anywhere else. The NFL is not that. There's guys that tailgate, but it's a rougher crowd. They drink a lot of beer. Having had the Bears here, I know what professional football feels like. It's nothing like what we have here. It is completely different.
Stacks of cups of beer.
Well, and it's just that
I think we made a special, clause at Memorial Stadium. We weren't selling alcohol at the time at Memorial Stadium.
No, it was
but
not.
We got the special, permit for the alcohol for that, because that was like one of the deciding factors. But I'm sure.
My most vivid memory isn't the Bears playing football. It's looking around the Champaign County Sheriffs and State Police grabbing guys fighting.
Yeah.
That was like near us all the time. We went to 2 or 3 games, and it's like I was constantly looking around, make sure Nathaniel, who was 9. We weren't going to get a fight falling into.
Probably heard a few cuss words.
My anecdotal survey was 7 out of 10 38-year-old men that have been drinking a lot. And I just didn't care.
Go Bears!
Yeah, Johnny said, it's real exciting they're coming, but you're going to be glad when they leave. And he's absolutely right.
That's right.
It's a different texture, a different culture. The Illinois football experience is just more family. Not that there's not plenty of drinking. But it just feels different.
Right. Well, and all of Grange Grove there has all these different kids' activities.
What time are they getting in line for that? Because that's first come, first serve tonight, right? If you get your spot, don't you plan it tonight?
I don't know.
I think you can get there starting at 7, and you can go stake your ground or something.
Right.
I don't know.
Well, and what I was wondering, and I wanted Josh Whitman, I had a request in this week, because is he running Saturday morning, and then Sunday starts homecoming week with the dying of the fountain, which I love, next to the Alice Campbell building. And it's the 5K on Sunday morning with the pancake flipper that comes down from St. Louis, and he does all these flapjack flipping, and we have the DJ, and we have the band, and that's on Sunday morning.
I don't know.
Oh, my goodness.
There's a lot going on. By the way, Hans D is going to actually DJ for Lon's Tailgate.
Okay.
That's what I'm hearing.
That's wicked.
Yeah.
Wicked. Way to go, Hans. And another, kind of person who let in, thanks to Diane Ducey, your son Benjamin, DJ'd and stuff. I remember him coming to gigs for me, learning some great music to play.
Well, I remember when Benjamin started DJing when he was 12, and it was like I was the roadie, and we went to a lot of different places.
He DJ'd Gabby's slumber party
on
my patio.
He was signing autographs.
25 girls at that slumber party.
He went to a 13-year-old birthday party with signing autographs. I said, hey, Bieber.
DJ Benjamin.
Yeah, I said.
Instead of Benjamin.
I said, Bieber, can you help me lift something? What the heck?
That's right.
What the heck?
It was great.
I was his roadie, and I was proud to do it, and we had a lot of fun. But he DJ'd a lot.
We do have the ALS walk at Hessel Park at 11 a.m. Is that when that steps off? We're also remembering and honoring, Mongo with Steve McMichaels with the Bears, and a lot of that is going to be coming up on Sunday with all these different walks, even in Philo at Hazen Park.
I'm planning to go to that Hazen Park in honor of Chuck Koberlein, my dear friend, and walking by the driveway and saying hey to Chuck.
Yeah, checking in at 4, and they have the Smith Burger food truck there too, and you can get involved in that walk that goes to Chuck's house. It'll be at the end of the driveway there around 4:30.
Yep, sounds good. Okay, news coming up, another half hour to go, 217-359-2255. A text or two to get to. We'll be right back. It is 8:30, the news from Fox coming up.
Urbana's Market at the Square has been cultivating a vibrant scene in CU since 1979. Get to know your farmers bringing locally harvested honey, crafts, jewelry, art, fresh cut flowers, plus produce including fresh leafy greens and root vegetables, fresh baked treats, and a wide selection of proteins. Going on now, every Saturday, 7 a.m. till noon, rain or shine at Illinois and Vine, it's Urbana Market at the Square. Find Urbana Market on Facebook or urbanamarket.org.
Fox News. I'm Chris Foster. The Labor Department reports 142,000 jobs added in August, more than what was a very slow July, but fewer than most economists expected. The unemployment rate ticked down to 4.2%. In court this morning, the 14-year-old suspect in Wednesday's high school shooting in Georgia and his father.
Chris Hosey, director of the Georgia Bureau of Investigation, revealing Colin Gray is charged with 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter, 2 counts of second-degree murder, and 8 counts of cruelty to children.
These charges stem from Mr. Gray knowingly allowing his son, Colt, to possess a weapon.
The 54-year-old, the father of 14-year-old Colt Gray, was accused of opening fire at Appalachia High School with an AR-15 style weapon, killing 2 teachers and 2 students.
Fox's Kristen Goodwin, the father, is being arraigned on murder charges. America's listening to Fox News.
Here's a look at local news. One person displaced from their Mattoon apartment had followed a fire yesterday morning at 21st Street and Champaign Avenue when smoke and flames were seen coming from a first-floor apartment. Smoke found on all 3 floors of the building. Several tenants were helped out of that building. American Red Cross was called to help the tenants. Champaign Police earning the highest accreditation from the Illinois Law Enforcement Accreditation Program. It reflects the program's highest level of professionalism. It's based on evidence that CPD policies and practices meet 181 professional standards. The department's accreditation is the culmination of months of work by the administration. Fire departments from central Illinois have been dispatched to downtown Lincoln. They helped battle a fire there yesterday. Departments were arriving on scene, including ones from McLean, Macon, and Menard counties, along with every fire department in Logan County. Fire also was burning close to the town's train tracks and Amtrak station. It's under investigation. You're locally up to date from the Stevie Jay Broadcasting Newsroom. I'm Jim Miller.
Attention all truck drivers looking for a new opportunity with great pay and amazing benefits. Gale Frericks Trucking has got you covered. Join their team, receive a $4,000 sign-on bonus. That's right, $4,000 just for coming on board. Plus, enjoy a $1,200 gross weekly pay guarantee. Drive their state-of-the-art Freightliner Cascadia trucks equipped with a revolutionary system designed to reduce weight and downtime. Get home every weekend and some nights during the week with paid vacations and holidays. They offer company-sponsored health insurance and all the benefits you deserve. Regional drivers get first priority. Don't wait. Apply in person at Dedicated Diesel, 1313 Triumph Drive, Urbana, or call Tim at 765-505-1295. That's 765-505-1295. Start your journey today with Gale Frericks Trucking.
Well, good everyone. Let's check weather for Central Illinois, Champaign, and Van Evans Saturday. Cold front on the move and early autumn feel expected over the course of the weekend. Short-lived weather maps and charts into next week and the following week, still indicating lots of almost mid and late summer-like warmth and heat to come back our way. Not much in the way of any organized rainfall as well, so keep an eye on expanding dryness areas over parts of the area too. A couple of spotty showers, an isolated thunderstorm around here this morning into the early afternoon. Skies become partly sunny, breezy, cooler, low in humidity. The high about 76 on a west-northwesterly wind turning northerly. Tonight, much cooler, less humid, clearing off this evening. 49 tomorrow, mostly sunny, cool, 67. 63 kickoff time tomorrow evening with clear skies and light wind. We'll bottom out at 43 in the overnight. For the day on Sunday, mostly sunny at 71, but we pop to 80 for the day on Monday. 83 Tuesday, mid-80s Wednesday, upper 80s next Thursday and Friday. No rain in the forecast for next week as well. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
Airlig Plumbing Solution. For your kitchen and bath remodels, sump pumps, maintenance plans, and even licensed backflow testing, Airlig has you covered. Your local plumbing contractors for industrial, commercial, and residential jobs can provide plumbing services, repairs, and installs with a quick turnaround by calling or texting 217-722-9499. Send an email with your plumbing issue and contact information to info@airligplumbing.com.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
At Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery, we're flooring people with amazing service, great design advice, and unbeatable selection and the best prices in town. It's the perfect time to update your home with waterproof flooring, carpet, hardwood, tile, and more. Then complete your rooms by shopping our incredible selection of furniture and accessories. We also offer great financing options. Carpet Weavers Flooring and Furniture Gallery, we're flooring people.
Well, it's Janet Sosby. Nice to have you on, Urbana Park District. How are
Yes.
you, Janet? How's it going?
Good morning. I'm doing okay.
So you got something going on tonight, and I think Diane Ducey knows about it. So
Oh,
it's
yeah.
amazing. 24th
I just
annual
love everything the Urbana Park District does, Janet.
Jazz Walk tonight. What's happening, Janet?
Well, this is our 20th annual Jazz Walk, and it's at Meadowbrook Park, and it's primarily on the sculpture loop, the big sculpture park that's along Windsor. So what we have from 5:30 to 7:30 is we have jazz musicians that are at 10 different stations throughout the park, and they set up next to one of the sculptures in the park. So people can walk at their own pace. Some people stay at one band for quite a long time, but most people keep walking, and they can walk the whole path all along the prairie and listen to different jazz music as they go.
You get exercise, too. Huh?
Yes, it's everything.
Okay.
I love it.
Yeah.
Now, there's one group of tap dancers, did you tell me?
Yeah, it's really neat. They did it last year, too. So 9 of the stations are musicians, and one station is our tap dance instructor and some of her students. So they actually have choreography, and they play to music. And so they'll be at one of the sculpture stations. And then our swing dance teachers will actually be teaching little pop-up swing dance lessons next to one of the new bands. We have a couple new bands, and this one is called the Sweet Nothings, and they are from Bloomington.
Nice. Well, thanks to Clark Lindsay, Health Alliance, of course, Race in Windsor, and that area, and really all of Meadowbrook gets a little congested sometimes. Is Stone Creek Church helping you out with the overflow parking?
Yes. So we do have overflow parking at Stone Creek, and we do have a golf cart shuttle for those who need it. So we do have a staffer that will be driving and giving people rides closer so they can get closer to the start of the walk.
I know we wanted to stay centrally focused on the 20th annual Meadowbrook Jazz Walk tonight, 5:30 to 7:30. But the Free Fitness Week wraps up today, right?
Yeah, this is the last day.
And then the FlexiPass punch card is also available. I was just at urbanaparks.org learning about everything.
We have a free fitness week, but you can always try any fitness class for free once. So you could walk in off the street and say, I want to try Zumba, and they would have you fill out a waiver, and you could take that one class and sample it to see if it's something you want to sign up for.
The Sunday morning bird walks happen throughout September, too, in this partnership with the Champaign County Audubon Society, and that's a great experience from 7:30 to 9 a.m. on Sunday mornings through Busey Woods.
You can guess why I've never been to a bird walk.
Not much on the early morning stuff, Janet.
Don't do 7:30 p.m. bird walks. I could make those.
Bird watching might be better at 10-ish in the morning. So
yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Anyway, all right, hope it goes well. Can people get last-second instructions at a website?
Yeah, urbanaparks.org, and we do have tomorrow night as a rain date, but it's looking like we're going to be all right. We make that decision by 2 p.m. today, so if you don't hear anything, you assume it's a go.
That was the case last week with, we talked with Barb Hedlund, the celloist.
Oh, Candlelight, yeah.
Oh, so fun. I just really enjoyed getting a little snippet of that after my car show that I did all day with my husband, Mike. We really enjoyed the pictures and just the whole scene when we were standing on the bridge of the twinkly lights and the candles.
Yeah.
That was amazing, too. Parks does
fun.
such a great job.
Yeah.
So thank you for all you do, Janet.
Thank you.
All right. Have a great event tonight. Appreciate it. Janet Sosby, Meadowbrook's where you're going to be.
20th Annual Jazz Walk, 5:30 to 7:30 tonight with 10 different stations to enjoy.
All right. We'll check your sports headlines coming up.
Find the look you love for less at Kelsey Furniture in Tuscola. Explore their wide selection of quality pieces from cozy sofas to exquisite dining sets from all the top name brands. With personalized service and expert advice, their team makes finding the perfect piece effortless. Create the home of your dreams with Kelsey Furniture in Tuscola. Exceptional customer service and the best prices since 1959. Stop by today or visit them online at kelseyfurniture.com.
At Pards in Urbana, the boots just keep on coming. They're known for their huge collection of men's cowboy boots, women's cowgirl boots, kids' boots, and even shoes. If you're searching for top footwear brands, look no further than Pards. They carry a wide variety, including Ariat, Dan Post, Smoky Mountain, Roper, Double H, and more. And if socks or accessories are what you need, they've got all your high-quality essentials. Since 1968, Pards has been serving their customers with high-quality merchandise. And if you haven't been to Pards in a while, a lot has changed. Go check them out just off University Avenue in Urbana.
Here's another home improvement insight from Kramer Siding and Window. New roofing and siding are a winning combination that can instantly change the look, feel, and function of your home. Our Kramer Siding and Window team takes pride in being an Owens Corning Platinum Preferred contractor, able to offer a best-in-the-business 50-year warranty. Pair it with preservation siding in your favorite style and color, and your home will be a showstopper. Start today and save 10% on roofing and 25% on siding. Call us, click on kramersiding.com, or visit the showroom in Champaign.
Your favorite Mexican restaurant, El Toro on West Springfield in Champaign, is still open 7 days a week despite the construction on West Springfield. If you're craving those mouth-watering Mexican dishes, just enter from the east. When you see the barricade at Springfield and Kenwood, look for their special driveway. It'll guide you straight to El Toro. El Toro will be serving up your favorites all through the construction for the next 5 months. Open daily and ready to welcome you. El Toro, your destination for authentic Mexican cuisine, even during construction. Yeah, I went in there, and all the good people at El Toro in Springfield waiting for you, and they got to keep that staff hired and everything else. You just, as you drive west on Springfield, you drive past Kenwood right to the barricade and turn left. There's a driveway especially for El Toro. So it's very, very easy. You won't wait. It's still El Toro. You don't want to go to another place because you're trying to help the employees at that location on Springfield, and it's open. It's a sneaky little private place now that you won't have to wait for seating, and they're going to be all over it with the service because they're so happy to see you. But imagine you have a business and they shut down your road. That's brutal. So El Toro, there's a little juggling around for Prairie Gardens, and people are finding their way to Prairie Gardens okay, but El Toro's between the barricades, so it's a little trickier.
Yeah.
Anyway, go there if you can to support El Toro, family-owned business, great
That's
people.
That's the one over by
food.
Kaufman Lake.
That's Kaufman Lake, and it looks like it's very imposing barricade. You have to drive from the east toward the west, go past Kenwood. There'll be barricade. Go right to the barricade and turn left. There's a driveway. It's a little sneaky. I did it, and it's fine, but they'd love to see you because obviously, what are you going to do if a business that employs that many people? You need to support them. That's what I'm thinking. 8:43.
So we have Seattle at Busch Stadium to take on the St. Louis Cardinals with a 7:15 start here on ESPN 93.5. New York Yankees are in Chicago. That means Anthony Rizzo is coming back to Wrigley. That's a 1:20 start. Jordan Wicks on the mound for the Cubbies. US 105.9 has all your action. Boston is hosting the Chicago White Sox with a 6:10 start. Local football, I know, kind of the pick of the week at the Tommy Stewart Field. Centennial and Central should be great tonight. That'll be a buzz. And, of course, Unity at SJO is something that the rural communities love to support.
Usually, the game's in November, late October.
I know.
Usually, it's really fallish and coldish. It's kind of the last game of the year. Now it's early this year.
And October 25th, the last game for the Rockets will be Monticello on senior night. So keep that in mind. Talking about football, wow, Kansas City beat Baltimore 27-20. Might want to see that callback with that teeny tiny toe on the line that could have had the Ravens come out on top. I saw before they waved off the call and the touchdown, it was 27-26, and it was in the final minute or so.
3 seconds.
Wow.
It was the last play they were going to get off, I think. So.
Green Bay and Philadelphia tonight. On Sunday at noon, the Bears host Tennessee. Houston will be over in Indianapolis. Is this Chicago Bears? Nice. Chicago Bears.
Yep. It's on Q96 this year. We have the Bears radio with Jeff Joniak and Tom Thayer. And if you want to hear it, go to 96.1. 10 a.m. is a pregame, noon the kickoff. Can the Bears start undefeated, beating the Tennessee Titans? The Bears are 3-point favorites, meaning it's a coin toss, but you get 3 points as a favorite because you're at home. I think there's some optimism. Caleb, number 1 pick in the draft. Caleb Williams is your quarterback. They got good receivers. Let's see what happens with the Chicago Bears on radio, Q96.1, Sunday. Every month at Stevie Jay Broadcasting, we celebrate law enforcement. Why? Because you need to know they're good people that are protecting and serving. Let's meet Muhammad Police Officer Jose Rivera. So what do you want people in general to know about police?
So first of all, I would like to apologize if police disrupt you in your dailies and just left a bad impression in your life and just left you with a bitterness in your heart against law enforcement. I want to apologize for them, and I want to be the face that can tell you that we're sorry. We are here to give our all for you. Maybe when you were a kid, law enforcement came through your door and took mom or dad. We're sorry. We have your best interests. We are here to try to make the best of us.
Our law enforcement official of the month brought to you by Stephanie Pratt, the realtor that rocks. StephaniePrattHomes.com.
Looking for the best deal on your next vehicle? Visit Sarah Champagne, where your dream car awaits. From sleek sedans to rugged SUVs, they've got it all. Their unbeatable prices and exceptional customer service make car buying a breeze. Plus, with their hassle-free financing options, driving off in your new ride has never been easier. Sarah Champagne, Honda, BMW, Subaru, Buick, GMC. Visit them today. Sarah, SERRA, Champagne.com.
In 1925, Bud and B. Reichert founded a small plumbing business in Urbana. Today, nearly 100 years later, A&R Mechanical is still thriving. A&R Mechanical believes in designing, building, and maintaining, and is one of the largest and most innovative contractors in the Midwest. Their team creates and sustains essential facility systems for several of the university athletic facilities, like the State Farm Center, the Memorial Stadium expansion, the Oven Basketball Complex, the Smith Football Performance Center, along with the baseball, softball, and Immersion Indoor Golf Facility. Their impact on Champaign-Urbana is legendary. For nearly a century, A&R Mechanical has been a cornerstone of our community. I'm Jay Lehman, former Fighting Illini All-American linebacker. Congratulations to A&R Mechanical on nearly 100 years of dedication, innovation, and community spirit. Design, build, maintain. It's what they've done for nearly 100 years and what they'll continue to do for the next 100 years. A&R Mechanical, celebrating a century of excellence in service. Visit ar-mech.com for more details.
So again, everyone, let's check weather for East Central Illinois, Champaign-Urbana vicinity, and that cold front, as expected, making its way across the area. A couple of spotty showers on the radar this morning, and that is it for organized rainfall over the next probably 10 days to 2 weeks. And folks, a little concerned on the ag side about the cool spells we've been experiencing. No need to fret. Still lots of mid and late summertime heat coming our way beginning early next week. Breezy cooler though for the day today, becoming partly sunny. Again, a couple of isolated showers around this morning into the early afternoon. 76 the high, and a gusty west-northwesterly wind as the day wears on. For tonight, much cooler, less humid, clearing on early with a low down to 49. Light north wind through the night. For the day tomorrow, cool for the season, sunshine, 67. We'll kick things off. Memorial Stadium, 6 p.m. at 63. Clear skies and light wind there with overnight readings into the lower 40s. Sunny, cool, 71 on Sunday. Here comes the warm-up next week. 80 Monday, 83 on Tuesday, 86 Wednesday, upper 80s next Thursday and Friday. For Stevie Jay Broadcasting, I'm meteorologist Greg Solgay.
The free 20th annual Meadowbrook Park Jazz Walk is September 6th. The walk runs from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. in the Wandell Sculpture Garden. Enjoy jazz ensemble music at various stations in the most unique setting around. Enter Meadowbrook Park off Race Street and get ready for a fantastic evening of jazz music and public art. Go to urbanaparks.org for details. The Meadowbrook Park Jazz Walk on September 6th. Urbana Park District, you belong here.
Do you have great customer service skills and cash handling experience? If so, Prospect Bank could be the place for you. Our Champaign branch is looking for a dedicated, hardworking, friendly employee to join our team. Does working at a dog-friendly bank with great benefits and competitive products and services sound like something for you? Come join me, Jason Bergner, Senior Vice President, and either continue or start your career in banking today. Visit our website at bankprospect.com and click on Careers to apply.
Jesse with Lands Underground Solutions here. Hey, we come across customers every single day that they've had 1 or 2, maybe 3 companies there and have been told their sewer line or drain line's broke. The homeowner's getting ready to spend money, and then they call us, we show up, we stick a camera in the line, and we're able to show them the inside of the pipe, what the problem really is. Then we can offer you solutions to deal with this, and now you are in control of this decision. That is Lands Drain Cleaning and Underground Solutions' mission. Provide good, honest, upfront solutions to customers and let them make the decision.
Here's the deal. When you combine State Farm home and auto insurance, you save an average of $889. State Farm agent Kurt Lenschow is ready to help you combine home and auto and save right here in Champaign-Urbana. Call 352-1411 today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Average annual per household savings based on a 2019 national survey by State Farm of new policyholders who reported savings by switching to State Farm.
Urbana's Market at the Square has been cultivating a vibrant scene in CU since 1979. Get to know your farmers bringing locally harvested honey, crafts, jewelry, art, fresh cut flowers, plus produce including fresh leafy greens and root vegetables, fresh baked treats, and a wide selection of proteins. Going on now, every Saturday, 7 a.m. till noon, rain or shine at Illinois and Vine, it's Urbana Market at the Square. Find Urbana Market on Facebook or urbanamarket.org.
Yeah, so Muhammad Christian Church Women's Conference is tomorrow. Yes. I know that, not because I'm a woman, but because Grace, my daughter, is speaking.
And it's so nice when you're helping sign book or, distribute books and things like that.
Yeah.
It's okay finding peace in unexpected places.
Yep.
Will be kind of the core of her talk tomorrow after 10:30. The breakfast and then there's worship music, and then breakout sessions.
Bunch of great women getting together.
Yes.
Yeah.
A nice box lunch as you're sharing with people. Art in Motion has a dance segment that will come right after lunch. We've got some questions and answers with Grace taking those. I bet that can be kind of challenging, not knowing what's coming at you.
No, she's believe me, she's had since she was 12, Miss America, because she's had all that.
I forgot.
Yeah, no. I remember when Grace was Miss Illinois teen. We interviewed her over 100 times, and she asked her about the Middle East. I mean, everything.
Oh, wow.
She's ready for that. She's okay. She's comfortable doing that, and she's great at it.
Man.
She's a very gifted speaker. She takes after my wife, Janet. She's so good. Anyway,
nice.
We'll look forward to that.
Yes, and Muhammad Christian Church tomorrow.
Yep.
And then there's the Illini game. And then for me, the ALS walk comes our way on Sunday at 11 at Hessel Park, on 4 o'clock at Hazen Park in Philo if you'd like to participate in the mini walk with Chuck Coberline being honored.
Yeah.
And we also have the Candy Foster Scholarship Fund supported at Alto Vineyards between 2 and 6 on Sunday afternoon. Lots of great stuff you can do. Just an online search away to find out any details.
We'll have a little spring in our stub Monday if we upset Kansas. Kansas is clearly favored, and they're clearly a very good football team.
Mm-hmm.
But we have a lot of young talent. We don't exactly know everything about what we have. We look good against Eastern, but Kansas is a lot different than Eastern. But these kids are talented. They've never played in front of this kind of crowd at home. They've probably played in front of a lot of people on the road, but they've not played in front of people at home like that are cheering for you. And in all orange, I don't know what uniforms they're wearing, but I'd suggest orange. Anyway, it'll be fun, a lot of electricity. Soak it up and enjoy. I'm so happy for the tens of thousands of students that have never experienced a sellout at Memorial Stadium.
Right.
It's a very special. The electricity is unmatched. It'll be so much fun. It'll be sold out for Michigan this year.
It would be great if we got a win. And then we come into homecoming week, which kicks off on Sunday morning, late morning at the Alice Campbell Hall. And you have the fountain dying and the breakfast and
Lots
everything.
of things on the earliest
Awesome.
homecoming because of the Michigan celebration.
That's right.
All right, Diane, have a great weekend.
Enjoy the weekend.
That's Diane Ducey. I'm Stevie Jay. Thank you for listening. Appreciate it. Talk to you Monday. Have a blessed weekend.
Airlig Plumbing Solutions. For your kitchen and bath remodels, sump pumps, maintenance plans, and even licensed backflow testing, Airlig has you covered. Your local plumbing contractors for industrial, commercial, and residential jobs can provide plumbing services, repairs, and installs with a quick turnaround by calling or texting 217-722-9499. Send an email with your plumbing issue and contact information to info@airligplumbing.com.
In an ever-changing real estate market, it is so important to work with experienced agents like Russ and Nick Taylor with the Taylor teams at Taylor Realty Associates. They have the knowledge and expertise to get your home sold for the most amount of money in the shortest amount of time. Trust the experience and success of Russ and Nick Taylor with the Taylor team at Taylor Realty Associates. Give them a call today at 217-355-0700 or visit them online at taylorboys.com. That's taylorboys.com.
It's Free Fitness Week at Urbana Park District, September 3rd through 6th. This is the chance for the Park District to welcome new patrons and say thank you to our longtime fitness class participants. Come on out, try a fitness class for free, and see if it's something you'd like to continue. Tai Chi is not included. Stay fit with the Urbana Park District. Call the Park District at 217-367-1544 or visit urbanaparks.org for more details. Urbana Park District, you belong here.
Get the roof your home deserves by Roof Doctors, your residential roofing specialist that has always offered the best warranties in the industry, like our non-prorated 50-year warranty. Our customers love that we are family-owned and locally operated. We make our customer needs our top priority. With over 30 years experience and the best customer service, give Roof Doctors a call today for your free estimate at 328-7529. In your community and for your community, Roof Doctors.
When it comes to finding a reliable vehicle, look no further than Sarah Champagne, your trusted automotive destination. They carry a lineup of top brands, including Honda, BMW, Subaru, GMC, and Buick. And they're not just about cars, they're about people. Their team is dedicated to providing you with trustworthy service and dependable vehicles that fit your lifestyle. Experience the difference at Sarah Champagne. Visit Sarah, S-E-R-R-A, champagne.com. PDR Automotive has now been serving the Champaign-Urbana area for over 50 years. To give you some perspective, 50 years ago ended the U.S. involvement in the Vietnam War, and it was when Secretariat won the Triple Crown. So what does that mean for you and your vehicle? Whether you need a carburetor overhauled or your new vehicle computer system diagnosed or programmed, PDR Automotive has the experienced, knowledgeable staff that can handle all your automotive needs. Online at pdrauto.com, they are what's best for your truck or car. They are PDR.
Looking for the perfect pair of boots? Come on down to Pard's Western Shop in Urbana. With an amazing selection that fits every style, Pard's has the perfect pair waiting for you the next time you're hitting the rodeo or stepping out in style. They've got great deals and sale prices on men's cowboy boots, girls' cowgirl boots, and kids' boots. And their friendly staff will make sure you leave with the boots you love. Pard's Western Shop, serving its customers with high-quality merchandise since 1968. Go see them today at 306 North Maple Street in Urbana.
Pia's, your #1 sports bar and grill with terrific Monday night football specials. Only $4 for 16-ounce Light and Coors Light, Modelo and Truly seltzers, as well as Captain Morgan. On Fighting Illini game days, add to the special Twisted Tea and Surfside cans, as well as buckets of Coors Light. Watch Illini games with fans at Pia's and enter to win an Illini football jersey before halftime. Must be present to win just before the fourth quarter. Head to 1609 West Springfield Avenue to party at Pia's.
Want unbeatable prices on your next furniture purchase, but also seeking that local hometown feel? Look no further than Kelsey Furniture in Tuscola. Customers rave about their friendly, established staff, as well as their great selection, amazing prices, and second-to-none delivery service. They're a third-generation local business, and they've always got your best interests at heart. Find the look you love for less. Open 9 to 5 Monday through Saturday, but always available online at kelseyfurniture.com. That's kelseyfurniture.com.
Ow! A spring just hit me.
Mom, the couch is broken again.
It's about time we get rid of that clunky couch and look into buying a new one.
What about Two Men in a Junk Truck? Their professional moving team does a great job assisting with downsizing, home renovations, and clearing out old items you need hauled away.
Wow, it sounds like it'll make much more space in this house once the couch is hauled away.
I just pulled it up on my phone. You can schedule an appointment online at twomeninajunktruck.com.
You're listening to WSJK ESPN 93.5 Tuscola, Champaign, Urbana, your home for the